Hello and welcome back. For this video, let's continue our journey with Spark and let's see one example of word count. Word count, it's a simple program and in Spark, it's also quite simple to write. But if you look at the distributed computing and um, the big data processing tool that Spark is, it has a lot of abstractions inside and that is hidden away from programmer, and we get a pretty simple interface to write. If you look at Hadoop, when Hadoop came in and it enabled people to uh, uh, process a large amount of distributed data that is across different machines and nodes, but one thing it lacked is the simplicity and concise code that Spark now provides. And uh, if you see, the uh, code is also very long, and programmers need to uh, get hold of completely new abstractions that are map and reduce. But here in Spark, you uh, code in a little bit simpler way. It may be a little bit difficult for someone who has not coded in um, functional programming earlier, but that can also be uh, simplified with Spark SQL, where you can um, pass the SQL queries. So that is one good advantage of Spark. So let's jump into the word count example. If we see Spark structured streaming, this is the same page we saw in the last video, and then here I checked from local file instead of the socket. Let's do the same thing today. Word count and word count for demo. Let's uh, go into Spark Cell. Again, this is if you are already familiar with Spark, or if you already have some experience with functional programming language, then these syntax would look very much familiar to you. Otherwise, uh, in first sight, it may look a little bit confusing or intimidating. So I'll be explaining what this does and how we can count word. If you already have some idea, you can skip to next video. Let's open another command window, and here I will creating some words. For demo, and uh, let me create some words. I'll create some simple words, just separated with space and no punctuations or anything. Hello world, how file words in this line. Let me add some words. Apple. So this is the example I'll be using. And here the example is of Spark streaming. So as I told in last video that if we use a read stream, the write stream would be different, and otherwise it's almost the same. So for simplicity, uh, I'll not be using read stream. I'll be using normal spark.read to read those files. That way we can simplify it a little bit. And I have created this file. Let's see. uh, df equals spark dot read dot text, and what was it, word demo, and df dot show it first so that I know everything is loaded. And let's see what is done here. The first thing here is the lines dot add string. What is this? Let's see what is this. uh, Here we have a data frame and it will convert it into a data set. Yes, because df dot as, so data set is a little bit something like a strongly typed version of data frame. Underneath they use the same API, but it will be much easier that you can apply the string functions directly here. And you might also say that we already know it's already something like strong type, because we already know if we do print schema, we know the schema, and it has the types defined here. That is true, but we cannot directly use the string functions, and some we cannot use the string functions directly in a data frame. We have to use something like row.get, but here we can directly use string functions. We'll see what I mean in the next thing here. Here this split is a function that is specific to string, and it wouldn't be possible if we didn't convert it into a data set of string. And let's see, uh, after we converted it into a string, there is something uh, flat map and underscore dot split. What does this do? So before going into flat map, let's look at map. Map is a function that we can apply to a list of A, and we get and we can pass in a function that maps A to B, and we'll get output a list of B. So what I mean by here is, it can be clearer with an example. So if I take a function that is +1, it will map a int to a int. Here A and B can be the same thing. So if we take the +1 example here, it will map into int, and every value here will be added um, with a number constant 1. And when A and B can be different is like, let's say we want to know the length of the uh, string. So in that case, it maps a string to an integer. Let's see that in action here. So the val mapped equals ds dot map underscore dot length. So what this does is, it is underscore is it means whatever is the value of that row, get the length of that row. uh, the other notation would be something like, in functional programming that generally is used is, if I get a row, then get row dot length. So this will mean the same thing. This is just a shorthand notation that underscore dot length we can use. And let's see what we have in mapped. So we got the length of all our lines. That is about map. And flat map is a little bit different. What it does is, it takes a list of A, the same thing, and it takes in a function that is A to list of B, and it outputs a list of B. What I mean by that, let's see. Here example what map would do in this case. We can better get an idea by comparing it with map. So instead of instead of flat mapping or mapping it to a length, mapped split underscore dot, let's see what it does. It got something like array of strings. So let's see, for every uh, word we splitted it into array of words. Every line was split into array of words, and then that is displayed here. So what if we want them as, we don't want it as a list of lists, we want one big list that contains all the elements. By list here, it is array, I mean a list or a collection, that can be array or list or set or anything. So we want one big thing with all the values. So in that case, we can do a flat map. Let's see, mapped. So okay, I forgot to do flat map. Change the name. Yes, this is one big list that we have. And the next step is pretty easy. We just do group by, and when we do group by, it is grouping by this value. And we have a lot of words uh, in each group, and we need to do something about that group, and that's something we are doing here is count. So we are getting the count of all the words. Let's see that. Words flat map dot count, and let's see what we have. Yeah, so we got the count of all the words here. There is one, apple is three, and so on. So that is it. That's all about word count, and hope you liked the video. Thank you.